You better come home, Speedy Gonzales, away from Tannery Road.
Okay folks, it's good to see you. Hope everybody's okay. We're looking at our next part, how to destroy an atheist in debate. The next thing one needs to realize is on the day of the debate you need to make sure that you have a clear set of 3 to 4 arguments which are your strongest arguments. If you have too many arguments, people get confused. So the best debaters will have about 4 to 3 very clear arguments. Now these arguments need to be your strongest arguments. They need to be so strong that no matter how much is thrown against those arguments, they will stand. So you need to make sure that the evidence you provide under the argument, whether it be historical, scientific, logical, whatever, you make sure that you've got evidence under those arguments, and that if those arguments were pounded, literally pounded, they would still be able to stand. Now those strong arguments that you've got in your debate, you need to start off with those arguments, okay, but you need to bring them back in the middle of the debate and at the end of the debate, okay. And when you start to have question and answer, you bring in your strong arguments, okay. Whenever the opponent asks you a question, they will inevitably concentrate on your weaknesses. So for example, if you're debating about the inspiration of the Bible, the atheist will go straight to the Old Testament and say the Old Testament is just immoral, and they'll throw out Old Testament passages at you, and that's what they'll do. They'll go for the weak point, your weak point, okay. Now you've got your 3 to 4 strong arguments, and now you've gone through them with your family, with your friends. You've asked their opinion about them, you've tried to look at the weaknesses of these arguments, but you know that they're strong, okay. Now it's when you're going through your debate and you come into question time, you need to answer the questions from your strong point. So if the atheist, for example, pinpoint you on some issue in the Old Testament, some problem in the Old Testament, you need to make sure that how you reply from your strong point. What are your strong arguments? How can you bring them in to answer the question that they are putting to you? That way they will not be able to dislodge you in the debate, okay. For in order for them to dislodge you in the debate, they've got to dislodge your strong point. But if your strong point is strong and you've done your work, then they're not going to win, okay. So it's about making sure that these strong points in the debate are brought in at the beginning, middle and end of the debate, and you make sure that when you ask questions you answer from your strong point. Answer from a position of strength, and you will shut the mouths of the atheist, okay. That's important. Also, when you're arranging your talk or the things that you're going to say in your debate, make sure that you have just 4 points or something like that. Make sure it's very simple and very clear, alright. A lot of debaters, they have too many points. Just make sure you've whittled it down to maybe 4 points or something, 3 or 4 points that you're going to keep coming back to throughout your debate, and that will be a powerful communicative tool, because people will be able to remember your arguments, see clearly where your arguments are being done, okay. So that's really, really important in an academic debate on a university campus or anywhere else, okay. Thank you for listening and take care.
Stop all of your drinking